I'm going to show you how to leave your 9-to-5 job and build a 6-figure business through my Runway, Takeoff, Flight framework without burning bridges, depleting your savings, or experiencing that midnight panic of, what have I done? And no, this isn't about taking a reckless leap of faith. It's about building a purposeful bridge. I'm Kara Flowers, a business mentor who's helped women worldwide remove invisible barriers holding them back to build 6-figure businesses. As a Christian wife and a mom, I bring that perspective to everything that I teach. Here's what I've noticed in high-achieving women. The problem isn't that you hate your job. The problem is that you hate being capped. You've hit that invisible ceiling where your income, impact, and freedom are all determined by someone else's rulebook. And that's what makes this transition feel so impossible. Because unlike the take this job and shove it fantasy that we all have sometimes, usually around like 3 p.m. on a Tuesday meeting that could have been an email, you're actually pretty good at what you do. You've worked hard, you've built a reputation, you've created financial stability. So the question isn't how do I leave, it's how do I leave without torching everything that I've built? And this is where most people go wrong. They think there are only 2 options. Option 1, stay where you are, keep the steady paycheck, and just try to make peace with that feeling of there's gotta be more than this. Or option 2, quit dramatically. Burn through your savings and hope your business works before the money runs out. I was stuck between these 2 options, paralyzed, until someone showed me a third way. The exit strategy that I'm about to share isn't about jumping ship. It's about building a bridge. And sometimes just seeing that there is a path can help you trust your gut when it comes to the right timing. Phase 1, the runway. The goal here is to prepare your mind, your money, and your momentum before liftoff. So the first thing you have to do is clear the fog. This is about releasing those invisible barriers that might be holding you back. These are often limiting beliefs about money, time, and what you're capable of. They're usually hidden, which makes them tricky. It's hard to overcome what you can't see. I had a client who worked in cybersecurity, brilliant with complex systems and protecting massive networks, yet she uncovered a belief that she was stupid when it came to business. Despite this belief, she built impressive parts of her business. She did social media, webinars, even a beautiful website, but she had no plan to actually make money. No offer. When she released that belief during Freedom Day, at her very next webinar, she simply added a QR code for people to pay for consulting. Only 4 people showed up, but 1 bought without her even pitching. She didn't know she had the belief that was holding her back. But once it was gone, she could finally act in alignment with her plans, her goals, and her purpose. The second thing is fuel the tank. I like to think of this as creating your custom peace of mind fund. This isn't necessarily about having 3 to 6 months of expenses, though that's what many financial advisors might tell you. It's about calculating what feels right for you based on your minimal, viable income, your current savings rate, the business ramp-up timeline, your non-negotiable family needs. According to research from Investopia, 82% of business failures are linked to cash flow issues. Having some financial cushion gives you space to breathe and grow without panic. But here's what I've learned in my own journey. Sometimes the numbers don't need to perfectly align for you to know it's time. My mentor told me to wait until I was consistently making 75% of my salary for 3 to 6 months. You know what I actually did? I made 50% for just 2 months, and then I quit. Sometimes there's just a knowing that transcends the numbers. Having a framework simply helped me feel more confident and trusting that inner voice. Has it been that way for you too? Third, plot the coordinates. This is where you identify which specific skills from your current role can open doors in entrepreneurial spaces. Think about what you are already known for at work. What do people come to you for help with? What problems do you solve better than anyone else in your role? Those are the skills you'll want to highlight and leverage as you create your business offering. Which leads us to phase 2, the takeoff. The goal here is to build and launch your business while still employed. The first thing you're going to do here is lighten the load. And this isn't about creating the perfect business. It's about launching a simple, profitable offer that leverages your existing expertise and can start generating income. Oftentimes people come to me wanting to do a business that's so disconnected from their experience, it feels more like a lofty dream. Like they're really just throwing the middle finger up to their old career and wanting to change their identity. And while that's possible, what I find is most successful is people who just make a pivot from doing what they were doing for someone else into doing it for a new audience. I've seen this work with people that are executive producers in television who pivot to consulting for indie filmmakers. I've seen this work for a woman with 15 years of experience in the utility industry and an MBA decide to do leadership coaching for women who are still in their corporate careers. I could go on and on, but here's the thing. The best decision you can make if you're wanting to build a six-figure business and leave quickly, replace that income, is to not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Take your expertise. You have it. It's there. And then allow that to propel you into your entrepreneurial goals. The key here is simplicity. No fancy website, no complex funnels, just a clear, high-value offer that solves a specific problem. I always recommend focusing on high-ticket offers from the beginning. It's quite frankly the quickest route to replacing your income. It uses your existing skills, and it actually is easier to sell your warm market than trying to sell to a bunch of cold people you've never met with a low-price offer. As Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, wisely noted, if you are not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you've launched too late. I love that reminder that perfection isn't the goal, starting is. The second thing you're going to do here is reclaim the clock. Most corporate professionals are amazed when they realize how much of their time isn't actually theirs. Workplace studies show that knowledge workers spend about 88% of their work week on communication tasks, managing emails, attending meetings, and using team chat apps. Despite all this communication, only 18% of people have any kind of management system for their time. So this step involves noticing where your time is currently going, and then identifying the hours you might reclaim, and then create boundaries that protect your business building time, and then design a system that will work for your unique situation. Establishing a time blocking system or a morning routine can be super transformative here. As James Clear says, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Shout out Atomic Habits, one of my all-time favorite books. Creating a consistent system for when you'll work on your business is often more important than how much time you have. The third thing you're going to do here is signal the tower. And this is where you begin establishing your expert presence while you're employed. But here's the key. You do it in a way that enhances, not threatens your current position. So while you're in this takeoff phase, I highly recommend joining a program, getting a coach, or finding a community focused on your business goals. This does two powerful things. It helps you build the skills you need while you're still working, and it creates incredible motivation. So when you're surrounded by others on the same path, you'll feel drawn to focus on your business. That energy alone can help you crush your target so that you can actually leave your 9-to-5 sooner than you thought possible. Phase 3 is the flight. The goal here is for you to exit your job and accelerate into full-time entrepreneurship. And here's how you're going to break that down. The first thing you're going to do is check your altitude. Before you leave your job, it helps to have a specific income milestone in mind for your business. But most people get this number wrong. It's not about matching your current salary right away. Instead, think of your freedom number, the minimum monthly income that would help you confidently make that transition. And for many successful transitions, this number is between 30 to 50% of your current income, not 100. This makes the leap feel more achievable. According to data from the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, about 20% of small businesses don't make it past their first year, and 45% don't make it to 5 years. Having some financial foundation can help you navigate those early challenges. But remember, these are just guidelines. You'll know when it's time. For me, my gut and my faith were ultimately more important than hitting some arbitrary number. The framework just gave me permission to trust what I already knew. The second thing you're going to do is plan the exit gate. How you leave matters, not just for your peace of mind, but for your future business success. Consider creating an exit plan that preserves your professional relationship, because these will be future referrals, that times your departure for maximum financial benefit, that creates the right narrative around your transition, potentially includes a phase out period or a consulting arrangement. And third, throttle up. Here's where I need to be completely straight with you. Join a program, get a coach if you haven't already done that. Start learning how to grow your business now. Don't wait. This is a huge mistake I see people make. They say, I can't afford that yet. But not doing it is literally going to cost you months or years stuck at that day job, waiting for the perfect time to leave. I did this, so I know. I'm speaking from personal experience. You need to start thinking like an entrepreneur now, not later. And yes, this might be the first scary thing that you do, but at least you can do it while you have your safety net of a job, not when you're so stressed about finances that you can't sleep at night. Think of it like burning the ships when you arrive at the shore. You're making a commitment to your new path, but you're doing it with a clear vision and purpose. This is exactly what Lindsay did. And now she's not only at home with her 4 kids, she's coaching and consulting full-time. Shout out to Lindsay if you're looking to stay in your career and find a leadership coach to help get you promoted. But here's what I really want you to take away. This framework isn't about following rules. It's about giving you confidence to trust your gut. Sometimes just seeing that there's a path can help you feel brave enough to follow the one God has for you, which might look completely different than anyone else's. Are you curious about what it would take to actually close your first 100K? Check out my next video where I share the high performers habits that scale revenue, not stress.